So I'll very shortly make a brave and valiant attempt at turning the boat round for the first time, hopefully without hitting anything or running aground. There's a first time for everything, I suppose. Fingers crossed, please, everyone.
Wow,
I've not done this before.
down.
We have a local bylaw here. If you were seeking planning permission to build anything higher than the Minster's central tower, that permission will be automatically refused.
What else isn't going?
You can go to the top of that one if you wish, but to get there you have to climb a steep spiral staircase of 275 steps. It's a magnificent view, but you have to be fit. That rules me out then. We're travelling upstream on the river at the moment. If we were to continue, we'd eventually reach the ancient cathedral city of Ripon. That's a bit ambitious for an hour's cruise though, it's 28 miles away. Now I'm told that the total cost of the building on our left, which included the two hospitals, came to a whopping £16 million.
You don't know that one.
And we why my insurance premiums.
Oh, Dad, that's a speed.
The present one was begun in the year 1220 by the Archbishop of York at the time, Walter de Grey.
Daddy,
It took skilled craftsmen 250 years to complete.
because I know it is.
That sounds like the same people who built my extension. It was finished in February of this year, and the final cost turned out to be £10 million. So if the price of your meal tickets increases, you'll know why. For a good many years, these gardens were well known for squirrels and peacocks. Nowadays, though, you'll only find the squirrels there. Sadly, the peacocks seem to have disappeared over the last 4 or 5 years. I have no idea what's happened to them, but I can tell you the peacock casserole is quite nice. Now, that was a joke, by the way. Please do not write in. I like my job. Next to our boatyard is the Guildhall and Mansion House, the residence of the Lord Mayor of York for the duration of his or her 1-year term of office. It was, shall we say, architecturally challenged by the Luftwaffe in 1942, or in other words, it was bombed by the Germans. The gate at the bottom of the building is called Traitor's Gate, and it was here that prisoners were taken in. Most of these were executed, and their severed heads were nailed to the city walls as a warning to others. Probably one of the first examples of zero tolerance. Also, as we pass underneath this bridge, you'll notice it's almost twice as wide as it was. And you can see the join. Awful workmanship. 7 different bridge designs were submitted to the council. The residents of York chose which one they preferred. I actually voted for a giant steam-powered catapult.
A giant?
Unfortunately, I was the only one who did. Highly skilled manoeuvre number 2 coming up. Brace yourselves for impact, everyone. The flood barrier was built in 1991 to prevent the river Ouse flooding into the River Foss. And more often than not, it doesn't work. If you'd like to buy one of the 2 glass penthouses at the top of the building, coincidentally these have both been for sale and been sold fairly recently. And the one on the far side used to belong to the Aga Khan. We sold that one fully furnished in 2011 for £470,000.
Biting now. Whoa!
I'm setting up for a window. I'm struggling. The correct name for your minster, by the way, is the Metropolitical Cathedral Church of St. Peter.
I think we just park up just down there.
Which is probably why we call it your minster. In September of 2009, work commenced on the repair and repainting of this bridge on behalf of the council. The job was supposed to take 10 weeks. However, it lasted from mid-September until the beginning of the following March. This length of time is now known around here as 10 council weeks. Did you get that?
Yeah. I don't appreciate what you can do.
Converted into accommodation in 1998. This is called Emperor's Wharf. If you'd like to live here, an apartment will cost you £150,000. Or if you'd like a top floor penthouse instead, and there are 4 to choose from, £250,000. Cheap at half the price. This is a fairly exclusive development, a very small 1-bedroom apartment with a view of the river. It will cost you at least £175,000. The building with the brown balconies, a bit further downstream on the right hand side, consists of 32 units of sheltered housing for the elderly. It was completed in 1989 and won an award from the Royal Institute of Architects for the excellence of its design. They're very nice apartments. My name's on the waiting list.